What's up everybody, we are DFTV and on our channel we do food and travel tip related videos. In this video we're gonna review the top 5 cheap eats in Chiang Mai according to TripAdvisor. We are going to give you our own subjective opinions on each of them, rank them, and in the end give you our own recommendations.
Once we find a restaurant that we really like, we tend to go to that same restaurant over and over again. We wanted to broaden our horizon and try some new restaurants, so we went to TripAdvisor, filtered out the top cheap eat restaurants, and decided to check them out. So here we go. We started at number 5 on our list, which is Rosy Cheeks. The restaurant is located outside of the old city, tucked away off of the main roads. It has a super cute and natural vibe to it. You have to remove your shoes at the door, which is a traditional Thai custom, as it is in many Asian cultures. The kitchen itself was completely open, so you could see and smell all the food being cooked. The menu consisted of mostly healthy Asian fusion dishes, and many of the dishes listed were gluten-free, nut-free, vegan, or vegetarian. We ended up starting off with some hot tea as a drink, and I ordered the papaya pad thai, which was a vegetarian take on the classic pad thai noodles. These are all, this is papaya and carrots and bean sprouts. It's not noodles, but it looks like pad thai. It's good. It would be like the equivalent of making spaghetti squash, so you can tell it's not noodles, but it still has the same flavoring. Like all the sauces are the same, the toppings are the same. It's really good, I like it. After shaking behind the camera, it's Phil's turn to try out his meal. He ordered the burrito with chicken, which was a spin on the Vietnamese pho noodle dish in a burrito wrap, and it also came with this sweet, tangy sauce.
Yep. Wow, that's very good.
Really?
Yeah, it's very good. It's very different than normal burritos. It's not like Mexican or anything like that. It's a very gardening, fresh herbal taste, which is super nice. It's like feels super fresh. A lot of ingredients in there. I don't know what it is. Oh yeah, you have this purple cabbage, which I love. And then there are these noodles. Everything tastes very herby.
Is it chicken?
Green, yeah, it's chicken. It's very good, nice. I love it.
Our total for those two dishes and the hot tea was 380 baht. So we just ate at the Rosy Cheeks restaurant. It's not in the city at all, and it's kind of off the beaten path a little bit, but it was really good. It kind of took us by surprise. We looked at the menu. Based on the prices, we really didn't think it should have been a cheap eats, but flavor-wise, it was amazing. I'm glad we tried it because I don't think this is a place that we would have ever tried unless we were doing this list.
And I was pleasantly surprised. The flavor was awesome, super fresh, a lot of herbs in there. Overall, I loved it. I wish it would have been twice the size. Really didn't say cheap eat anywhere. Everything was a little nicer than usual, from table decorations to the way they were cooking to the napkins, everything. It was a mid-range priced restaurant and I would definitely recommend it for that, but not a cheap eat.
Next on the list is Gravataí Local Food at number 4. The restaurant is located within the old city walls along the main road. You can see and hear the cars on the street from the open style restaurant. It is very normal in Thailand for the restaurant to be open with just a fan and a breeze to cool you. The menu itself had a variety of traditional Thai dishes to choose from, along with sushi and lots of fruit shake. When we sat down, they mentioned that any dish could be modified to fit any dietary restrictions. We ended up ordering a lot because the prices were that great. The table itself had the usual setup with chopped chilies, chili flake, sugar, and peanut, along with the silverware and water at the table, and you cannot forget the toilet paper napkins, which is very common in Thailand. Our total ended up being 275 baht for an extremely filling meal.
Alright, so we just tried crazy local Thai food, which is right here on the Old Town Square. It was actually very good. That's exactly what I want from a cheap eat place. The silverware's on the table, the napkins, actually a toilet paper roll, but it has its charm. I got the chicken cashew nut, which I often get, and it was pretty good. It was awesome. I would rate it in my top 5 chicken cashew nuts that I ever had. It's a very simple restaurant. Prices were good. Overall, nice experience.
So I really don't understand why this one isn't higher. It was awesome. My dish was great. I usually never get seafood, but it was 60 baht for the same like noodle dish I normally get with chicken. It was really good, awesome flavor. It was a nice, happy, hearty meal, and that's exactly what I want if I'm going for like a cheap eats in Thailand. So this is one, I'm so glad we got to try this one. Number 3 on the list is the Reform Cafe. This restaurant is tucked away off of some of the side streets within the old city. It has a very nice and natural vibe to it with completely outdoor seating. Our seat was beside the fountain and leaves hanging all around, which made it very peaceful and calming. The restaurant is a plant-based restaurant and caters to vegan and vegetarian diets. The menu had a vegan twist on a lot of the traditional Thai dishes, in addition to various other vegetable-based dishes. We ended up ordering a chocolate banana shake with almond milk and the masaman curry with rice and stir-fried coconut shoots with Thai eggplants. We just ordered those 2 dishes with the shake and a water, and the total was 395 baht. This ended up being our most expensive meal. Okay, so we just finished our meal at the Reform Cafe. It was pretty good. I really liked the service, the atmosphere. It was very friendly. My food was the coconut shoot, and I've never seen that in any of the menus around here. It felt clean. It felt fresh. There was 4 different kinds of vegetables in there. There's coconut shoots, Thai eggplants, beans, and a little bit of chilies in there. I'm gonna be frank right now. This is why I was afraid to try other restaurants other than the ones that we like, because I'm afraid of being disappointed, and I was slightly disappointed with this meal. And for the price point, it's almost double the price of some of the other cheap eats that we've been to, but I'm glad we tried something new because we're stuck with our own little boxes normally.
Alright, so Reform Cafe, as you saw, I had the masaman curry. I like masaman curry overall. I was a little low on ingredients. The masaman curry sauce itself tasted pretty good, I have to say, but the only 2 things, I had like 2 pieces of carrot in it and 2 pieces of potato. That was it.
1 onion.
1 little piece of onion, yes. And overall I have to say I'm a little disappointed with it because the meal kind of felt incomplete to me, and it ended up being a little more expensive than we thought. I don't understand the big hype that's behind that place. Don't get me wrong, the ingredients felt fresh. The 3 ingredients in there tasted good. It was just not overall the best dish I ever had.
Next on the list was the Tiki Cafe at number 2. We came up to the restaurant and it was already completely full, and there was a line of people waiting to be seated. We waited about 15 minutes until we were seated. The restaurant itself has an outdoor backyard vibe with a few tables available. On the front of the menu, it stated that they could make any dish vegetarian and adjust it to your own personal spice level. The food menu had normal Thai dishes, and most of the dishes listed were under 100 baht. There was an entirely separate drink menu as well. Each table had these little slips of paper where you had to write down your order along with the spice level, and since the prices were around 60 baht a dish, we ended up ordering drinks as well.
That's huge. It's humongous.
You have to go up to the counter to pay the bill, and our total was 240 baht, which ended up being our cheapest meal.
Alright, so we came out the Tiki Cafe, and I had the chicken cashew nut, which is my favorite dish here in Thailand. I have to say, overall, I'm super pleasantly surprised. It was a great experience. The entire restaurant basically just had everything I want from a Thai restaurant. The portion size was good. There was good chicken meat in there. They had a decent amount of vegetables in the chicken cashew nut, and everything for just 60 baht. So overall, great place. We'll see how the others fare against this one. This is definitely one of my favorite places to go so far.
It's right off of the main road on the western side of Old City, and it was such a pleasant surprise. There we got here around 2 p.m. It was already full, and there was a line of people waiting to eat. Once we got in and we ordered our food, we ordered some drinks, it was absolutely delicious. These are one of the awesome cheap eat places that we like to go to, and it was decently portioned, delicious food, and the spice level was perfect. I put spicy, but it was like the perfect amount. It was just at that limit where I am about to be uncomfortable, but I'm not quite there. So it was really good. I really liked it. This was my favorite part. I got this banana pineapple coconut milk shake. It was absolutely perfect. I love it.
With just coconut milk?
Yeah, it tasted like a non-alcoholic pina colada. This might be one of my new favorites. We finally made it to number 1 on the list, Fresh Time. This restaurant is located within the Old City. It is an open style restaurant with a nice green front helping to separate it from the main street. There is a gorgeous display of fresh and colorful fruit. The restaurant is advertised as a vegetarian restaurant with fresh juices and shakes. There are some vegan options as well. The menu has a lot of vegetarian Thai dishes and a full selection of freshly pressed juices. We ended up ordering a cold pressed juice and a fruit shake along with fried noodle tofu with soy sauce and stir fried tofu with cashew. Our dishes came out first and they were nicely portioned with plenty of vegetables. We never ended up receiving our drinks, so we went to the counter to pay since we were so full. Our total for the 2 dishes and a side of rice ended up being 205 baht.
Alright, so we just did Fresh Time, the number 1 ranked cheap eat in Chiang Mai on TripAdvisor. And I start with the good thing. The good thing was my meal, the tofu cashew nut. It's basically the chicken cashew nut, just a tofu version. It tasted good. I would give it like a 7 out of 10. It had a good amount of vegetables in it, which I really liked. It was kind of saucy, the right amount, and overall came together. I was not really missing the chicken. I could do without it. I don't really need the tofu. Tofu is kind of foreign to me, but it was good. Anyway, there were a couple of weird things that happened. For example, first we came in, we waited for 25 minutes before they took our order. In the end, they forgot our drinks. We never got them. And there was nobody else in there. It was not busy or anything at all. There were actually people sitting there waiting for drinks and thinking about ordering food, but they didn't. They left. So overall, quite disappointed by the number 1 ranked restaurant on TripAdvisor.
The flavor of the noodles that I got, I would probably give them a 6. Like, they weren't bad, they were good. I think it's a little overhyped because the fact that it's a vegetarian restaurant, and so maybe that's why it's ranked as high as it is, because there are plenty of restaurants that are like meat restaurants, but they have vegetarian options. I don't know, overall it wasn't my favorite. So we tried the top cheap eats. We're gonna rank them based on best value and best food dish.
For me, the best value restaurant was Tiki Cafe because all the dishes are pretty cheap, they are pretty big, they taste super fresh, everything tastes awesome. Best value, Tiki Cafe.
I agree. Out of those 5, Tiki Cafe is the best value. We've been there several times since then.
Always a line.
It's really good, but there's always a line. Only downside. It's worth it.
Okay, out of these 5 restaurants, my best cheap eat food dish would be the chicken cashew nut, again at Tiki Cafe, because it's just big, it tastes awesome. I love the chicken cashew nut, you know that. I get it everywhere, and that was one of the best ones. Chicken cashew nut at Tiki Cafe.
Yeah, that was a good dish. I think my favorite would be Gravataí, the seafood noodle dish that I got was really good. It was one of those like hearty, greasy, flavor, comfort Thai noodle dish. I like that one. That was probably my favorite out of the 5 restaurants that we tried. So we've tried a lot of restaurants in Chiang Mai on and off the list.
My recommendations, for me personally, hands down, my top 3 cheap eat restaurants in Chiang Mai: Tiki Cafe, Cat's Kitchen, and Cooking Love. And those 2 are not on the list, but they're kind of similar. They all have big portion sizes, super good meat, fresh ingredients, they taste awesome, and they're all very cheap. And I think those 2 restaurants should be way higher on the list.
I agree with those 3 restaurants. If you go to Cat's Cafe, you have to try the chicken khao soi. They can adjust the spice level for you. They have really good spring rolls. Papaya salad is awesome there. We recommend going. We've gone there so many times. It's really good.
Can't go wrong with any of them.
So this is gonna be it for this video. If you like Thai food, give this video a big thumbs up. Comment below your favorite Thai dish.
Also check out some of our other videos about Thailand and Europe and all the food stuff we have out there. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and we're gonna see you next time.
Bye.